Hi everyone, how you doing? Here we have more updates on how we are going to renew and reforest all deserts of our planet Earth. Here's Goiana Ferreira, teacher from Florida. Let's get ready and we'll see you soon. Here it is, more updates for all of us. Let's start learning our songs and singing and getting ready. Here we are, we'll see you soon. Alright, let's talk about our work. So state and national parks need to do the same. You start with 4 people and then become 10. Okay? Alright. And you do how you want, how is possible. You know, people can drive every day if they have a structure. Those 10 families live right there. Makes sense, right? Because some state and national parks too far away. Just make a little space there. Okay? Instead of driving every day in vans or in bus, okay, have those, have 10 couples, elders, for, no, I can't. Yeah, until end of July. Okay, very good. 4 couples until end of July, elders that can live there and have a house. They go home on a weekend. Perfect. They go home on a weekend. And then the whole August, they don't work at the state and national parks. They work, they're gonna work at their own homes with their sons and married sons or daughters, okay? All right, let's see here. We will have camp, okay, state and national parks will have camps, but like mini hotels, apartments, right? Like some state and national parks already have them, they're sustainable. Of course, they're gonna be only by the beach, okay? Those 200 kilometers by the beach, they're authorized now. Every other one else can stay there only during this rotation, and they have to go and come back every day. It's no other way. All right, they get these tall vans and bring those people because people need to sleep at their own homes. Grandparents need to sleep at their own homes. Okay. And at this camp, right, that we're gonna have at state and national parks only, they will, they can't do campfire. And they're gonna be a set of 8, right, for one side, for the other side. I think set of 8 or set of 10, right, 5 each side, okay? All right, little apartments facing 2 different positions, or all of them facing the you know, good position, and done. All right, very good. I just want a quick recap here. You have to remember some brood will caped queen, but that are not fertilized. So you have to keep watching your bees, okay? Because I don't know, sometimes this happen. All right. Made South America, it's okay, but use little drink. A way to drink alone, not in groups, and use little so it won't have too many caffeine. You know the mate, you know those tea used in south of Brazil and also Argentina, you know this mate, you know, I don't know how they call in English, all right? So I talk about this, talk about that, let's see what else. We're gonna make moss in certain areas afterwards because they help to keep humidity, but we don't know if we're gonna make them or not. I'll let you know afterwards, okay? All right, so for now we're not making moss, we're not putting butter on trees, on logs, okay? All right, and we are going to let you know when we will be ready to receive mushrooms. Yeah, we're gonna have mushrooms there, okay? But only on the food area and if it's really appropriate. So if you have by the beach, we can use it there, but at the desert, you know, we also gonna talk about after, you know, after we do an update, okay, for this, and also for moss. And for the mate, we can use the same as coffee. That's fine, okay? We can use, we can give, we can sell, all right? But not to make in groups. We drink like coffee, you know? Who wants? Okay. instead of coffee, they can have mate. That's fine. You know, it's good to produce in colder regions, you know, and it's different than coffee. Coffee is more like tropical areas, right? So people can have a little caffeine if they want, fine. All right, so we're also gonna have, remember, we're gonna have different counties with different things. We're gonna have areas that have more surf areas, right? They have higher waves, that's fine, we're gonna have, so some places have like that, but of course they're not too close to the beach. So sometimes they buy more rocks and things like that, okay? And then we're gonna have this, when we open up, you know, when we start having those apartments ready, you know, at the end of these 10 years, so people can start moving, right? Okay, people that were already there for 10 years can start moving to these new apartments, okay? Yes, only after going to the desert. People are not moving before. They didn't work hard yet. How they gonna deserve places, new places? We're gonna build, leave them close, check them sometimes, leave them close. You know, I don't think that's right for people to start already living. Maybe it's right, okay, maybe it's right. So we build them because they're also helping demolition and other things, right? Okay, so they can enjoy and work afterwards. Okay, so we start building at year 2, right? 2 years, 2.5 years from the organization launching day, we start building them. I think we'll be ready. And total maximum time of 2 years from ground until keys. All right, I think 2 years total or even less. Okay, all right, so it's forbidden to pee or poop outside in the woods, you know. Every rest area and work area at the desert is going to have this rest area with a restroom, a shower, and the little pool here to cool down the feet, okay? So it's forbidden, because from here to the hotel is not too far away, it's forbidden. And also for kids, everyone, we have to use proper bathroom, okay? And as soon as the villages and even beach and people on continents start receiving those, install the hoses, the toilet hoses, and start making the little cleaning, drying towels, right, after they wash it, they're not going to receive toilet paper anymore, okay? So that's important. People, even to get hair from the floor, people use these little tiny towels and shake them, okay? Or just you keep some for those reasons for afterwards, right? So you can have at least for a few months. All right, very good. Okay, what else? All trips, people go Monday, come back Monday. Go Tuesday, come back Tuesday. Wednesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Thursday. Friday, Friday. That's already decided. So everybody that will stay in new buildings and at all desert air is going to be water efficiency savers for everything. Okay? Not people that are already closing down and, you know, cleaning up their village, but people that the desert village, the new desert villages, and by the beach. By the beach makes sense because we're gonna be there for 2, 4, 6 years until all these apartments are ready. So for plumbing, for everything, faucets, shower heads, toilets, for everything, okay? All right, so we will use the sewage from the garden, you know, so it goes to where? Okay, from the toilet go underground, and the roots of the trees will eventually get them. Make sense? All right, the roots of the trees, and from the kitchen, from sinks, it goes to the surface, right? A more surface area. All right. You can even go to a pond. I posted some videos like this last year. You can go, the water goes to pond, have some filtration, another filtration, and have fish on this. After the filtration, they have real fish. Okay, so it's mandatory for all vehicles to be checked and lubricated and have good tires and everything really neat and organized, okay? All right. Hi, go take a shower, quick. So, avocado has, so people can plant everything in containers, okay? They already bring in containers, ready containers, all right? So even avocado trees, anything, bring them already in containers. Only for palm trees, of course, you know, it's better just to wrap them on that fabric and moist and put proper, you know, insulation so they won't dry during the trip, because taller ones, of course, go in ships, right? Okay, very good. And everyone else go in trucks to their own continent. Makes sense, right? Because all the beach is gonna have a lot of palm trees. They're very good, okay? But at the beach where we will live, it's only foxtail and Eureka palm. Why? Because Eureka, you go there and you cut, very easy. You cut and use as a broom to clean the garden, you know, different things. And on the future, even houses. That's Eureka palm. And the foxtail, they're very tall, but they fall, you know, so when they really dry, you just pull them, or with a little wind, they're gonna come down themselves. At the desert, we can keep, that's okay, on the property line, we can keep those palms that doesn't fall, the things stay here. It's okay because they still create some shade, they still grow in there, they still making a limit line, so they're good for a limit, property limit line. Okay, so fish, people sending food fish, right? And if they can send already materials, liners to make the ponds, everything, food for the fish for 2 or 4 months, you know, if they're sending only koi's and guppies right now, okay? Or people sending items for pool, send everything. Send the stairs, send items for the little porch, right? A little porch around the pool, you know, not all around, but a little place, right, beside this little ladder, a type of ladder, of course, that won't hurt the liner. Needs to be really thick liner, really good, okay? All right, or regular pools that you make a hole and put it there. A few of them is reasonable, such as ponds. Ponds, send them ready for fish. They already have those layers like that, right? For different plants, the kids can put their feet there to cool down. Perfect, send the ponds ready. It's so easy. People calculate, you know, they measure the pool, measure the hole, measure the pool, the plastic pool, measure the hole. Okay, ready. They put some soft material, right, on the bottom, here, here. Done. And the kids can already use, fill it up and already use to cool down their feet, okay? All right, so we're not sending things to the Congress and then for the Senate to accept or not, whichever is the rule or guideline of your country, we're not doing that, okay? We are not. We already start doing. Until the organization launching day, August 24th, 2023, you just look around what's going on, you know? What's the law of your country? Until a day before is the law of your country that, you know, it's in action, right? Okay, so you just pay attention to what you're doing, but we're not doing anything crazy. It's just rules and guidance for us to be even better, organize, plant food, plant trees, have families unite. Any country can have that. You just get organized, study English, study about the organization, and share this work with everyone you know. Motivate them, talk to them, okay? All right, so our counties, let's make a room here. All the counties, right? It is 5 square meters. But of course, if you have a mountain range right here, okay, you give this land a little bit more to this county, you know. Or if you have a here, right, remember I told you, you cut a little bit, or here, you cut a little bit, okay? All right, so it's everything reasonable, makes sense? Okay, and the posts, you know, the post for the property line is 15 meters tall, really, really tall, and they're all painted. They're really painted, bright, orange, I think orange or red. Here, orange or red. From far, far away, everyone can see. What else? Drones. Every village gonna have their drones to inspect, check themselves, right? They're gonna share and charge the battery at night. During the day, they check, they share different departments, checking different areas, right? Native trees, native department, right? I mean, Department Director of Natives, Department Director of Food, gonna check the food area, Department Director of Education. So they're gonna check everything, okay? All right, and they also gonna check a little bit of the others. Makes sense. They post the video, so the drone will film, gonna send information to your cell phone, right? And you post on YouTube account. You know, people need to do this, all right? And details when you're gonna check a little bit of the others that are close by, you know, of other departments. We're gonna tell you every first month, every first week, you do this and that, you know, so we're gonna have information that's already established and some others that we send right in the morning. You get up, open your email, you're gonna see what you have to do, okay? That's different. Those flash security info. For example, people gonna take a shower. Sometimes you're gonna ask for people to go, turn on the shower, go back and get a towel or their clothes, and then really go take a shower. In the afternoon, not in the morning, people are in a hurry, but in the afternoon we're gonna do this. So we're gonna say tomorrow every mother do that. And the day after, every father gonna do that. And next week on Tuesday, every grandmother. Next week on Wednesday, every grandfather. See, we're gonna have some rules just to make sure people are paying attention, people are following, you know, they're receiving their email, they're opening their email. Always open your email every even day, even Saturday and Sunday, you have to open your email an even day. That's the best, okay? All right, and of course for department director they have to open up every day, mostly for these first 5 years, so to see what's going on, you know. Okay, all right, so 6 weeks to leave working for work. Don't remember what that workers, bees, the bees, that's for the beehives, you know. All the bees, they live for about 6 weeks. That's what I wrote here. I was learning about the bees. Okay, so the foraging food will collect pollen, nectar. Okay, because some bees work first at their own hive, right? And then for the last weeks they will go foraging for food. Okay, it's forbidden for us humans to forage for food. Why? Because not needed. We have enough food for everyone. As soon as we stop all these animals grazing everywhere, eating a lot of food, we have enough food for humans. We do have. Okay, the only thing that we have to start closing down farms at the center of continents. Okay, but if they want, they can move to the beach area, right, and continue to produce what they know about. But then they have to become 4 couples and become 10. It is a new property, so that's okay if they want to try, right? It's a new property, a new area. Yeah, no. They are previous owners. They have to do. They can work. Yes, they can, because it's their area. That's what their profession, what they learn about, right? Okay. So they can be one of the. Yeah, they're gonna plant something else. Okay, if they plant food, they are going to plant if they plant food, they're gonna plant trees, for example. They have to do something else because the rule needs to be for everyone. Owners do not stay at their position. They start something new. So, yeah, if they're moving and open a new school, that's okay. Yeah, they're moving, open another school at the beach, or they're moving, or open a new farm at the beach, you know. Because for these first 5 years, farmers can still planting, you know, corn, things like that, the basic things, right? And very healthy things. Okay, so we can give, farmers, that's an improvement. Farmers gonna be open for 5 years. So we will really fill up everyone's cafeteria kitchen, right? The pantry really, really well, okay? So oats, wheat, beans of all types, all right? All those things we can still plant for up to a little before 5 years, okay? They have to harvest and clean up before 5 years. So their last season, their last harvest need to be there. Okay, let's keep going. So here, future, okay, in big cities, forbidden to do rain catching water for containers, large containers, small containers. They make no sense. Big cities are very acidic water. They have pollution all over. Make no sense. Just use tap water, you know. And as the sprinkler go, you know, some chemicals like chlorine gonna evaporate. So make no sense to keep rainwater to water the plants if they have so much acid and pollution on them. So we'll be good, but now in the future by the beach, and then we're gonna tell you how we're gonna use. Of course we will use in the future, but for now it make no sense. You know, when rain comes, and we need to pray for rain every single day at the desert. We need rain, okay, to start having this mulch breaking down. Everyone needs to pray for rain on the desert every single night, you know, from 10 to 4 a.m., 10 p.m. to 4. That is our rain time, okay? Because make no reason to do before or after. Can be 9, yeah, because people are already by their homes, right? Can be 9 to 4. Really, really rain, 9 to 4, okay? All right? Because everybody's home, and 4 o'clock everyone is still home. They're gonna start getting up, taking showers, right? And then at 5 they get up the kids to sit a little bit, you know, brush their teeth and comb their hair. So 5, even 5:40, you know, they can get up, the last kids. But the first kids start at 5:20, right? Okay, they sit, they sing a song, so they're not so sleepy walking around, okay? All right, so we are going to have rain catching and, you know, a few sand to the garden, of course. So rooms for classroom, even numbers. So we're gonna have horizontal drawings and every odd number vertical drawings, paintings. Ah, okay, yeah, that's another establishment. That's a good one. Every apartment, okay? Every even number. Oops, sorry. Okay, can you see now? That's my can of oats, right? I need more room. Sorry. Okay, so every even number, they will have the drawings horizontally, the whole apartment. Every odd numbers, they will have drawings vertically. Okay? So whichever is possible. Some rooms gonna be very small, some rooms larger. On the first year, it's just 1 per room. On the second year, the second or fourth year, we will add a second picture to it. We're gonna let you know which one is the best, because all these videos made, they're gonna be stored, right? And people making their own videos at their own rooms also gonna be stored at their own YouTube account. Makes sense, right? If we need, the videos there. So you always gonna be recording your house, your apartment, okay? Everyone gonna have a special blanket or a special towel. It's called the family special towel, a special fabric. Some people already have, some people already embroider, some people will have crochet, some people will have fabric, some people will have, you know, different a regular towel, but all of them need to have the family name. 10 by 20 centimeters. So you get that area needs to fit the family name. So it's the name of the couple, you know, Monica and Mark. Okay, their last name, and then what else? And the day you move to that, the day you got. Let me think here. So the couple's name, I think their kids, 20 by 10. Okay, that's decided, 20 by 10. You put the city, I think the city and country, all right? Okay, city and country. Of this time, when you make this, even that you move one, twice, doesn't matter, but that first city, when you made this blanket, the city is there. All right, very good. I think it's good, right? Okay, so vertical also can have trees, small trees, sun, taller trees, and palm trees, right? Okay, and here too. Trees, a pond, fish, sun, moon, okay? We're gonna show you, we're gonna let you know. And some of them might be just a big tree, you know, maybe some birds and grass here, different options. All right, so here, paintings will be 5 years, strong brown. Okay, that's another. For the first 5 years, every paint that has brown and orange gonna be strong, and the rest a little more clear, okay, clear. And then 5 to 10 years, we paint really strong the yellow and red. Maybe we change this every 2 years, but basically it's that. And then the following years, every green gonna come strong. You know, so if you make in a canopy of a tree, you do a little tiny dark green, but mostly we're going to be clear green here, clear green, you know, for the grass, okay, but then you do strong. And then strong blues, like the sky, right? So if you have painting like this, you know, so you're gonna make all the drawings are like Waldorf. They go all the way, right? The sky on the back all the way until the dirt, right? Okay, and then you make a little stronger. Maybe some clouds or something a little stronger, rain clouds, or the other way around. Leave the clouds clear and darken up a little bit, or put a moon there, something, okay? So I think instead of every 5 years, I think we're gonna do 2, 4, 8, and 10. Okay, because after that, then we don't need anymore, because, you know, we're going to have other things. But for paintings, I think that is reasonable. Okay, so 2 separate zigzag stairs. The zigzags, yes, completely separate for the desert villages. This come this way, this come that way. And they have this gate here, right? Okay, and they have cameras. And yes, every desert village gonna have the people watching the cameras until midnight, and then from midnight to 5 a.m. Okay, 5. So they work 5 hours at night, not too many. And here's 4 hours, so it's 8 to midnight and midnight to 5. checking. They don't stop checking the cameras. So the village is gonna have a very few laptops, maybe 2 for everyone, you know, for their department directors. And of course, residents gonna help doing this. It's not only one person checking everything. It's a few of them. They just don't know who is who. They check using their cell phone, you know. It's an app, they download the app and they have all the videos from all the cameras. They inspect one and they have a paper in front of them and put checked, check, check. You know, they check, everything is good there. And they are going to have light that see on the dark. And every camera is colored, every camera is noise capable, right? And every camera see day and night. We have night and day cameras, really well organized everywhere inside their property, outside their property, checking their neighbors. They have to check. What we're gonna do? We have to check. You know, of course, if they're making love, you look quick and done. They seem happy, they're done, okay? Because women gonna learn how to be strong. They cannot be abused by men, right? You're ready to know that, okay? But you gonna check. They had their few minutes romance. Okay, that's what's important. You be able to rewind videos from the cameras and check. We're gonna have people check because that's the only way. And of course, it's forbidden to be looking someone else's partner, right? Oh, that one is naked, this is naked. No, you look, you do your job and done. And both spouses are awake. It's not one is sleeping, the other sitting down and working. They work together, they're looking together. If the couple is making love, rewind the video because what we have to check is the romance. They had the minutes of romance. I said 10 romance minutes before they make love, mandatory for the entire planet. That's what you have to check. You check, done, you don't look them anymore, right? And then you go, you're gonna have a pattern you have to follow. For example, everyone on the other floor, not on yours, on the other floor, even numbers. So you're gonna check all the even numbers. Maybe your homework is to do every odd number. Okay, every odd number. And maybe your work is to check all the classrooms, all the pantry, the kitchen cameras, see if everything is okay. You go and you check. Outside the hotel village, outside the entire property, okay? The bus stop, you know, that's how we're gonna call. We're gonna call bus stop, you know, bus stop, because in the future, it's not going to be drop off, pick up anymore. It's gonna be like a bus stop for people to go to the city, come back, right? So that's how we're gonna go. Oh, by the way, we're going to have a circle, half moon towards the highway or railroad, whichever it is. So it's a stop here. Okay, you have a half moon. Why? Because if it's a van or if it's a bus, you know, coming, they have this space and they're not at the highway or at the railroad. Okay? All right? And here, you know, so here, it's a highway, okay? So if it's a highway, all right, they have cement, you know, here. They have cement, all right? If it's a railroad, they also have this cement. You know, I think 20 meters, cement, you know. I think 20 meters, really strong, right there, beside, without grass in between. Because you don't want to have snakes hidden, or spiders, or fire ants, or anything here in between. Okay, so when that limit line stop, you know, you're gonna have some rocks, right? A little bit of rocks. And you can make right away, in a reasonable way, a little bit down, of course, if it's a railroad, right? Yeah, no rocks, plain cement. You just put a little lower and then you make it flat. So let's do 20 by 4 this way, and 20 this way, okay? All right, very good. And then you have here, after these 4 meters, you know, come a bit more, and then you make this loop. for buses, in case, of course, if it's a highway, and then comes the house right here, the bus stop of the village with the number. And then we're gonna put a metal thing on both sides with a sign. That's the best, because we want the bus stops to be clear all the way. So you put some plastic in two sides only. Yeah, to protect against the wind, right? So they're sitting there waiting. Yeah. Yeah, plastic. Yeah, we have plastic. We need plastic to protect both sides. Okay, because sometimes, some trains are not stopping there, and they're waiting maybe the next one, or some trucks. So they have plastic. Gonna be burning hot, but we're gonna talk about the plastic later. But on the back is plastic for sure, okay? All right, they have this little board to put a clipboard, right? A checkup, or get the signature. If you're dropping off or picking up something from a quick car, instead of they go 2 kilometers and come back, no, they're right there, okay? Yeah, it's 2. Oh, yeah, they're not so quick to walk, right? It's 2 kilometers away from the front door. Oh, they need a little van themselves, right? Yeah, they need a little van, a little car themselves. Okay, so every village will have a little car, right? A little car. Okay, because makes sense. They don't go 2 kilometers and come back walking, like I said before, because it's 2 kilometers away from their gate, the hotel gate. So everyone gonna have a sedan, a small car, okay? Just they can pick up, drop off some boxes, okay? And yeah, I think a sedan car can fit a lot, right? If it's too many, a couple wait there by the bus stop, they drop off, come back and pick up more. Makes sense? Okay, because they can fit a lot. Okay, or a van. They can have a van as well, right? A van, let's put a van, because they already can bring everything, right? So no sedan. Can be, let's put there, sedan or a van, sedan, car, or a van, They're neat, they have 1 year checkup, check everything. They have fuel there, right? And they stop in a location that nobody gets. So when they come inside, they have a garage and lock the door, because they have fuel inside this car. Makes sense? But yes, they have a car. So they can go, come back, instead of having all these people drop off and pick up something all the way by the entrance. 2 kilometers to go, 2 kilometers come back is a lot if you think. It's better for the trucks to go fast on the highway and drop off everything. So for 2 years, let's do 2 years and then we see. 2 years I think is reasonable. Make a garage for this sedan car or for this van, the short vans, right? Yeah, I think it's really reasonable, really good. It's just to go, come back, go, come back. Those that have a van on a future, they even can bring the families to the other village, right? Because people are not going to walk all these 4 kilometers to get to the other gate, okay? So let's do a van. Everyone gonna have a van. Younger than 10 years, up to 10 years old, okay? Can be the old style, needs new style, can be the taller one. But if they fit about 10, 15 people, 2 families, right? And the kids, little kids go on their mother's lap, right? Okay, so everyone gonna have a van, because they're gonna visit each other. Remember, twice a month they have to go out. Once they go to this other village, neighbor village, right? And once they go to the airport, special presentations, right? to the school. All right, that's very good. So needs to fit 2 family, okay? So van gonna have a different color. They all have this code for the toll, you know, the highway tolls. Very good, okay? And if it's a highway, if you get in your things from a highway, that's fine. You still can use that for many different things. Even if you're close to the city, maybe you're gonna pick up the things yourself, okay? If you're too far, I think make no sense. All right, but that is very good. So van, everyone can get a van. So, and on a future, when people already have most of their items, you know, and then you can use mostly just to go. But you need a proper garage. So the garage, I already tell you where gonna be. So here's the restaurant. Remember, here's the restaurant and here's the greenhouse, right? In the center are the 2 gates, right? Okay. All right, very good. So soon after this restaurant here, if you have a door here, you can't block the view, okay? But here, it's where will be your garage. Why? Because, let me see if I can zoom a little bit. The car come here easily, you know, make a loop and go there. And easily can back up in the morning and go. No, don't back up. Always leave the car already facing forward and lock. And this garage have a window to come light. People know what's going on. You know, it's a van, of course. They need a log. They have a log. Check in before they lock the garage, and they check in when they arrive. Make sure nobody's there. They don't check in only when they leave. They check in at arrival and they check in upon departure. This van only goes pick up or drop off and come back and lock in the garage. Never stay outside. Why? Because you have to remember, have fuel on this van. Fuel cannot be outside for nobody to put fire in it, right? You're safe here. You're safe. This has a proper roof, right? A metal roof and proper cement. Everything really neat and windows, you know, and has this big gate, you know, with proper things on the back, so we never get snake in there, okay? So everything really neat. So that back is the best, okay? Garage there. We're gonna have many other things, right? Oh yes, sorry, we're not making individual garage by itself. Make no sense. You know this building? The building gonna be on the north or on the south side. Okay, the first thing here, the second, because the first we're gonna use the windows for a kitchen. Remember, the second place is the garage. You lock the gate and it's done. All right? Okay, very good. All right, so that is the garage. Let me put here. Garage, village, vans. So it is vans. We're not having sedan cars, okay? And of course, people fill them up. You know, when they go, bring people to the, they fill up the tank. All right. 1 week they go to the neighbor village. 1 week they bring people to the airport. And then for the other 2 Sundays, the same way. Every time they go to the airport, the city, airport city, they fill up their tank. Make sense? They fill up their tank, they show their ID, everything a proper standard. All right? And they will for sure have enough gas for the to go to the village. If they live too far away, and then we're gonna let you know how that's gonna be done. But up to a reasonable, you know, some vans have they travel many hours, right? Okay, we're gonna let you know what we're gonna do for villages that are really too far away. If we're gonna have buses to pick up and drop off, need to have a good tank, but many buses, they travel for many hours without stopping all the time, without filling their tank, right? Okay, so here it is. So up to quite many hours, we're gonna have vans and special drivers, right? drivers that already need to go to the airport, not drivers that are drivers, but drivers of those families that already need to go one weekend or another, and who, when they go to the neighbor village, the same way, get already drivers that already have driver license, and instead of occupying a place as a driver. Okay, what else here? So here's 2 years, 4, 8, and 10. All these things, it's another indication for security, okay? All right, already talked about this. Tents. Okay, we are going to have tents. I already gave details for today. So we already record here. We already talked about Australia. We are not doing this. We are making it the center. Let's see what else. 300, 400. Yeah, the villages, you know, just do the best you can, and then you go. You complete all the villages to 100, every 20 village, every 10 afterwards, and then you go 100 to 200, 200 to 300. You always get 100 of them, and you complete everything you need. You who? Everybody. Electrician, plumbers, you get one, go to the next, and you stop at 100, and then you go back and do the same. You focus, because then you already know the road, you already start to know the people. You focus on that 100 miles, okay? And always start with the villages 1, 20, and keep going every 20, and then you do every 10, all right? It's forbidden to use leaves to clean the intimate body parts, you know, to plant them and start using, because we don't want those drain fields to get clogged, you know. And the other thing is mandatory. We're gonna have the clean bucket of little towels and the dirty one, right? Okay, so when you get one for 5 years, for 2 years, let's start with 2 years. 2 years, maybe 5. Okay, so when you get a clean one, all right, my name is Goiana, I'm getting a clean one. All right, the person already washed themselves clean. Okay, I'm Goiana, I'm dropping off one dirty one. So you get one and you drop one on. It's forbidden to get a second one. You don't need. You're just drying water there, right? Okay, you're not cleaning up poo. That's not the toilet paper. That's a little cotton towel. Small cotton towels. Okay, all right. So they are 10 by 20. I think it's reasonable. Or maybe 10 by 10. I'm going to let you know then afterwards. 10 by 10 or 10 by 20 centimeters. They are called toilet mini towels. All right. Everywhere, the kids, adults, everywhere, whichever bathroom you are. Oh, my name is John. Okay, I'm getting one clean towel. Oh, I'm dropping off one clean towel. Why? Because when you say that, you know, the cameras, even on the bathroom, it's mandatory to have cameras all over. Every single day, we're going to check those toilets. It's forbidden to, the camera going to be placed in a way that this is the main importance, not to record their private parts. No, it's to record the bucket, because we cannot have dirty towels down the drain. So we need to learn how to do these things, because people never did that before. Oh, made a mistake. Don't flush. You get a little hook, you know, you pick it up and you put on a dirty bucket. You lose a little point, just a little bit. For now, everything is a little bit, right? Because we are getting used to these things. But they are very important, okay? They're very important. All right, so you get the little hook, right? I think, you know, yeah, apartments need to have that, because we don't want people to go all the way outside, get a stick. You know, we can have a little hook, you know, a little plastic hook, like a pen with a little, that's what we're going to have, a pen with a little thing on a point, right? Okay, just for this reason, with a little hook on a nail, and done, okay? or we keep something in one of the cabinets. It's not for the kids to be playing around, but if happen, you call your spouse or you call your mother, your father, everywhere, schools everywhere. Oh, my name is this, I'm picking up a clean one. My name is this, I'm dropping off a new one. Right there, they need to be close to each other. And of course, this, they're gonna be a little dirty. Always gonna have boiling water outside, inside, wash properly, right? Disinfect with vinegar, right? Everything really properly, okay? All right, very good. So that's mandatory. As soon as the toilet hoses are installed and people have those little towels that people gonna make themselves, you know, the first batch, you know, we send, they have to stop using the toilet paper, okay? All right, very good. And then they're gonna use the toilet paper just to grab a few hair from the bathroom. Remember, once a week on Wednesdays, the middle of the week, people clean up the bathroom from hair, right? Might have some hair from the family, okay? Because in the future, I'm going to have just use a little bit. Is that one tiny piece, 10 centimeters for that week, so they last for a long time, okay? All right, and then if it's just 10 centimeters toilet paper with the hair, you do not put, remember, hair does not ever go to the toilet. They go to this little burning, little trash, okay, that people will have. Okay, so the reasonable 5 square kilometers already talked about, according to where is a mountain range or river or another highway. Okay, great. All right, what else? So you can go up to 7.5 kilometers, you know, that's reasonable. The same village up to 7.5, because in the future everyone gonna have their tractors there, you know, to help. And but if become 8, let's do 7, not 7.5, up to 7. If yeah. No, 7.5, okay, 7.5. If it's 8, and then, of course, you just divide and make 2 villages of 4 square kilometers. Make sense? Okay, so until 7, it's enough, because then we just give some bicycles to that people. They go work far away, we give them some bicycles. The dirt road's gonna be clear, right? Okay, very good. But here, 2 villages of 4 kilometers. Okay, after those first 2 years, because now I said we're gonna use vans, we have a garage. After those 2 years, we're gonna already start having bicycles. Why we don't want bicycles now? Because we might have thorns, right, from cactus. We can't send bicycles now. Okay, we need to clear the area very quick and then compact those mini dirt roads, right, that go into work locations, right? And here, for example, right, if they're longer than 5 square kilometers, yes, then people, the workers get bicycles and they go. That makes sense. As soon as they don't have any cactus on the floor, how they gonna do it? They compact those dirt roads, right? Compact, right? And then they sweep. They get a Eureka Pound, sweep, you know, and then they're clear to start receiving their bicycles. But no one gonna have bicycles now, okay? So right now you see this 2 kilometers dirt road until the gate of the hotel property here. This is the hotel property, right? So you have 2 kilometers until this gate, right? This first gate, I'm exaggerating. The gate is tiny like that, okay? Very good. So this, it's a straight road and need to be very well compacted. And then, as soon as you have Eureka Palm, you sweep, okay? All right, and here is the bus stop, okay? So here's the bus stop. We're gonna have plastic on the back for sure, air on the sides. Yeah, let's do on the sides because we don't want people that are running, you know, in a highway to to come little dust or little pebbles, you know, they fly around if this is dirt road, right? So they're more protected. And we have a bench inside, we bench outside, and they choose which one they want. The people that are waiting those 10 minutes or waiting for the bus stop on a future, and they have right here, right? This loop, a regular loop, okay? So the other way, the other thing I want to tell you, we have another village on the other side of this highway, right? So they're going to have a loop right there, right exactly in front of, no, not exactly in front. Yeah, that's fine, exactly in front of it. Let me think, they do, if we do, no, we're not doing exactly in front. Do like this because I think for safety, let's do in front, yeah. And here they have their own house, makes sense? They have here the other village house. It's everything the other side of the railroad or the other side of the highway, right? Okay. They can even talk sometimes to each other if they're both waiting. Okay, but the vans dropping off or trucks that are dropping off, they always gonna be clockwise. So if we see something like that, of course, clockwise is like this. You see? It's round. Make sense? It's round this way. And if they come here, the clockwise is going to be like that. Always clockwise. So if they are coming from this way, they already know they have to pass in front of the bus stop and then stop right here and get out this way. Make sense? If they're coming from here, because all driving position will be as the United States, right? We drive on a it's not like England, it's like United States. The driver stays on the center of the lane and the passenger towards the right side. Okay, so if they come here, they pass in front of the bus stop and then they go this way, all right? And then drop off, they go back to the city or they keep going, whichever is there. I think that's the most reasonable. Okay? Yeah, because if they come this way, right? So the passenger, the driver gonna be this way, perfect. Because when they do a little bit more, like here, the driver gonna be on this side, you see? So the camera is gonna really look well, the driver, and it's mandatory to put the window down, say, hi everyone, how you doing? And then open the door. They know who it is. You put your window down before you do anything else, okay? So that is good. And of course, everything is time. You know, they're gonna have an idea what time you're coming. All right, you drop off, whichever it is, and they have their car here in the back, and then they drive their car this way, okay? And then that's normal. You go, come back. That's a regular lane there, okay? We're going to tell you after if we need a little loop, you know, if we're going to have a little loop for safety. Yes, let's have a little loop. Make sure people do things properly. Yes, let's make already a loop. So you have 2 kilometers, you make a loop in the middle, okay? Great. And here you have another sign with the name of your village. A small sign with a metal thing, strong, 1 meter deep on the ground. Great. And we all have a village. Let's put 20 meters before, not right there, before the bus stop. The bus stop. Okay? And in front, here on this little house, is written village number, this, route, this, state and country, okay? Because we're gonna keep the country's name maybe for the country's name. Yeah, we're gonna keep the country's name for 2 years or so. We're gonna keep because so people know where they're located. Makes sense, right? For the villages and for the inner, the countries inside the continents, we also need to do that. All right? Okay, very good then. So, very good. We keep the name of the countries until everything's cleaned up for regular continents, cleaning up, right? People are moving out, makes sense? They keep until they completely clean that up. Okay, they use that name until the last day. Everything gone, everything is clean. Okay, that whole county is clean, and then it's not such a county anymore. They keep bringing their paperwork to the schools by the beach. Every county that finish there entirely, they get all their paperwork, right, their records, and send to a school. They send to a school. Okay, or they keep with them. I think the best, because yeah, they to keep with them, I don't know if that's a good idea. They send to a school at the beach, but not 200 kilometers. Then they're gonna send to a beach. They send to a beach school up to 5 kilometers. They choose a school and they send, because every school by the beach will eventually have a city office, okay? But need to be a middle or high school, Cannot be a preschool because they're too busy and they're not too big, okay? All right, you can send middle and high school, you can already send the package. Don't send every family together to the same school. No, you know, you're gonna have the last families, or the family's gonna be about 100 families or 200. Okay, so every family, you're gonna get a way to send to different schools where's the closest, right? And then eventually you're gonna have more guidance. So yeah, 2 different states. Yeah, send to 2 different states. That's reasonable, you know. So here's your continent, right? You are here. Okay, you send to this state and this state, whichever it is, same country, different country, right? Every records book need to be written in English. They are not going to be part of any museum. They are not going to be part of any city office if they're not in English. You can, maybe the first one, start to write in pencil, and then, you know, the days are passing, already write in English on the top, okay? And of course, after August 24th is English only, okay? Write simple sentence, and you already even learn English with this, okay? All right, for special families, and also the last 10 families, you don't send to the city. You don't send to the school by the beach. You keep with you, because you're very special. If you're these last 10 families, or even the last 100, no, last 20, let's do. The last 20 families of each county, do not send your records book. You keep with you, okay? Your business, that's what I'm saying, business, because family gonna keep their own family forever until they're really at the beach, okay? All right, so if you go to the desert, you carry with you, it's your documents, right? That you're working there, the desert, right? You keep all your records, family books. So it's important to be large, like this one. Let me already tell, instead of those, because some are too thin, I mean not wide enough. Here, this one is 20, okay? So you come here, see this line, this puncture, you know, this dot line here, you know, you see here, it's right here. So 20 centimeters, those are better, write very small. And don't get school ruled. School ruled, they are too far away, line by line. Get the college ruled, means college line. The college line are more narrow, you know, they're closer instead of school, you see? The school is about 1 centimeter far. It's too much, look, it's too much. It doesn't fit. It can fit much more because as you get used, you're gonna write smaller. Of course, need to be legible, but get the college lines and not the school line, okay? All right, because only parents gonna write there anyways. Parents and grandparents can help, right? They can help only if the mother has a baby or up to 2 years old, is breastfeeding, joining that time, people talk gently, you know, and slower, right? For the baby, because some babies, they feed for 40 minutes, okay? So they already can start feeding that baby, so that baby go to bed soon as possible, okay? All right, so, and get it thick, get many pages. Why? Because you're gonna write maybe a whole year, you know, 6 months. Let me see if this one give any information. No, not information at all. All right, but you know what I'm talking about, so do that. Let's keep going. 8 kilometers, yeah, if it become 8 kilometers, you make 2 villages of 4, done, all right? Okay, and how much gonna be the post for the property? The property, the whole property, main post here gonna be 15 meters tall. Okay, I think that's really good. 15 meters tall. They're really tall and painted. Painted in what? Orange or red. Okay, orange or red. And they have a flag on the top. Okay, you know, because even good for people. It's windy or not, a synthetic fabric on the top. Okay, very good. They have also, yeah, we don't need solar panel that tall, right? But that's good. I know what. We can make a little stand, you know. Let me already tell you how much. 30, put 40 by 40. Right here, you put a plate on the end of this big post, 40 by 40. Why? For the drone to land there. You paint, you know, you paint northeast, just the code. Northeast, northwest, you know, southwest, whichever the posts are. You put this, you paint this code and you land the drones right there, so we're sure we are in a proper location. Or, I don't think that's good. Just put the route number, you know, and the village number, right? The village number. The village number, okay? So, R for route, 2 dots, and the number. VI for village, and the number. Done, okay? So, gonna be like that. Let's do again. RO for route, and the number. Big, very good. Use the maximum you can. And then the village. VI only. Village number. Okay? Route for route. Village for village. VI for village. Okay, so you put this plate so the drone land there. So we are sure they are in a proper location. Done. Okay? So you have this cement glued to it or whichever it is. Or just fill in. So at the end of your concrete, you have a little hole, you know, and then you just put this plate, you know, and you have this tractor, this huge tractor. So you just slide the plate, that's 40 by 40. So 40 by 40, okay, centimeters. They have a little thing here, maybe 10 centimeters or so, and they slide in this hole. No, nobody gonna take it out. They're never gonna leave 10 centimeters, plenty. Yeah, 10 centimeters. Okay, with this hole, done. And here's the post. 10 centimeters is plenty. No, it doesn't get out. So 15 meters high. Okay, very good. Already decided. One more thing for us, and paint really well. So you're gonna paint in a color. You paint the whole plate, you know, in yellow, red, no, yellow. Paint the bottom yellow and the words in strong colors, blue or red. Okay, because we're gonna have a lot of green afterwards. That's not good. So no blue as well, red. So everybody gonna be the same, okay? Very good. All right, very bright, and everyone gonna have their drones. What else we have here? That's already done. Oosh, 1 hour ready. 1 to 6 p.m. A.M. you go north, p.m. you go south. Yeah, we're gonna keep this pattern until we let you know how long we're gonna need. Unless it's already a highway that have both lanes, or of course a railroad that already have both lanes, okay? But for dirt roads that are small, okay, and they are not really good for two trucks to cross each other, we have to think about that, okay? So of course that is how the system gonna be. All right, very good. And for crossings, highway with highway or railroad with railroad, then it's like lights, railroad lights or traffic lights, the stand come up, people can't cross, they have to see. And everyone, like in all countries, they have signs on, in 100 meters, traffic light, railroad light. They have information, like every country does have that. The only thing they're gonna change is that we're not driving like we do in London, in England. We drive, the driver stay on a center, towards the center, here's the car, and the passenger stays towards the right side, okay? They go this way, okay? It's not like England, you just look online. We are going to drive like United States, because most countries already drive like this. So it's much easier for very few people just to change, right? Buses, steering wheels, and everything else. Trucks, tractors, okay, trains, all right. The other thing is that, so we are going to have this pattern. The things come down and the things get up, And it's a village. The village that is the closest gonna be checking this to make sure it's working. They just stand there, look, and see what's going on. Oh yeah, work's done. Okay, and then every week, every Monday or every Tuesday, they have the team that they sit there. Actually, they have a wooden bench there. They sit, wait, and look what's going on. Okay, all right. Let's already do that. Every Tuesday is day to check up, because Mondays, maybe they don't have the highest movement on Monday, because many airplanes gonna be sending their things to the airport, but by the time they check out, so let's do Tuesday. Every Tuesday, the village in charge check those important, because they're important, right? Very important. See if they're working. How they get up, how they get down. Okay, and then they check. Yes, this railroad, this is working. All right, and we're also gonna have villages close by. Every 100 kilometers they have a toll, right? Remember, for checking the drivers and the passenger. The passenger only look, give the ID. To the other side is another camera, give the ID and say, I'm his wife, my name is this is my ID. 1, 2, looking serious. 1, 2, looking a smile, and make a smile, okay? So both of them, the driver and spouse, for everything, for vans, trucks, buses, tractors, always need to pass on those locations. Of course, they need to be really tall and large, okay? And they get their ticket. The driver get the ticket with the time, day, hour, month, year, country, and continent, everything, even the biggest one, Russia, United States, China, no problem. Need to write the continent, because that's a standard. And on the top, of course, they have to write Peace and Love International Organization, tall number, and then they're gonna say, so that's how it's gonna be. The toll they put the name of the city where the airport's coming from, you know, the route, for example. Here's the route, okay? And then tall, 100 kilometers, tall, 200 kilometers, tall, and always come the name of the city. So let's give an idea. The airport, it's called, let me see, Miami, for example, right? Miami is a city, the airport is there. So you're gonna have this route, gonna have that route, gonna have this route and that route. All of them towards the desert, right? Okay, you see there? So all those routes gonna start somewhere from the airport, okay? All right, they're going towards the desert. Okay, so they put route, the airport name. Every airport have a name, okay? And they put the city, where's they're based on. Okay, so they put the airport name first, airport name on the ticket. We're talking about the ticket, the top, airport name. Okay, the city name. City first, sorry. So city first, and then the airport name, that's a second. And then they have the toll number. If it's 100, 200, say toll number 100. Oh, sorry, before that, right here in the middle, you're gonna put the route number. We are saying route. We are not using the word highway because some highways you drive for hours, right? We are doing route. Route, they finish somewhere, right? They keep going until the middle of the desert, right? They keep going. So 100, 200, and then they put here, you know, the last one will be the toll number. They're in front of what? Right there in front of the village 100, a little before, a little after, right? Okay, all right. I think we do. Yeah, doesn't matter because some people go this way, some people go that way. So just in a reasonable location, a little bit before, a little bit after. But they're the ones they're gonna be checking, you know, for maintenance, okay? And maybe the one on the other side gonna be working at their own homes. Everything gonna be online, everything gonna be digital. So nobody gonna hurt anybody, you know. But the authorization is all automatic. The tire shredder come up there, you know, because we have to figure out, and that's the way we're gonna figure out, okay? And then the green sign lift, and then the person, they got the ticket, and then the green sign shows and the person can pass, okay? It's forbidden to pass like turnpike, you know, they get a ticket, a sticker, and they go anywhere they want, 100 miles per hour. That's all forbidden, all right? Every route, if they are bad or if they are dirt road, they have how much kilometers per hour, you know, they can drive every route, you see, every route. So how are we going to figure out the numbers? All right, you just use first route, use the name of that road. So you're in a rural area, right? Because here, city, rural area, right? Basically it's that. Most of the cities are more or less like that, right? That's how going to be in a desert. All right, so let's say, so here, city, and then eventually is rural area, farm areas, right? Okay, and then you start where? You start in a reasonable location where no more houses. You're not buying houses to make a village, right? So give 5 kilometers after that point, you know, or at least the first property that's available with the government authorization, right? Okay, and then you buy that, right? And you have the deed from the government. All right, so you start right there on. Okay, you put a sign, a metal sign with 2 posts, strong timbers, and you put a sign. You put what? Street, road, this. We are making all villages on the left side or right side, okay? You write it there. and then you put for contact, call, this and that. And of course, you have to put a name there. Put a name, no problem. Put your first name, for example. Okay? But 2 names, 2 different couples and 2 different emails, just to be sure. Okay? And of course, you need to be 4 couples, already 10. So this, for example, maybe it's more city here, maybe it's less. Maybe this one gonna start right here. So we don't know. Every city is a little different. This one, maybe you're gonna drive much more. It's houses, houses, houses. Maybe this one gonna start only here. Okay? You see, much further. Okay? So that's how gonna be for you to have an idea. Some might start closer, some might start earlier. Doesn't matter. On that first property, you put a metal sign right there. And then when we're gonna come, we're gonna tell this is route 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? They're gonna keep their name. They're gonna keep their name somehow, right? But they're gonna have a number from the Peace and Love organization for us to be better to check everything, make sure everyone is fine. And here, down this way is also others. You know, who knows how many? Maybe 10 different ones. Okay? All right, and everyone opening here, they have to contact the airport. Look, I already got the deed from the government. The government told you from that kilometer on, we can start our villages, you know, maybe. And, you know, you give a copy, you keep a copy and give a copy to the government, okay? All right, let's do here more quick checkup until the end of June. I already talked about this, right? That is the code. If you have only one dirt road or one railroad, here, north, go north first in the morning, and here PM, you know, so it'll remember sunrise, and here remember sunset. That's already talked about. Here's nothing. If the river, yeah, we can have river fun day. River fun day in boats. You know, we can have some pontoon boats. We can have some like a tiki boats, you know, with palm fronds on the top, you know. But the inner part is painted, so we're sure there's no snakes there, right? But on the top of this roof can be fronds, palm fronds to make it cooler. That's considered an outside day if you have a river close to you. You don't have to go all the way to the airport all the time. Some families go there, some families come here. That's considered day out, but not swimming. It's forbidden to swim in rivers until 1 year of proper establishment. At 10, department directors start their work as 10, not as 4. When they start their work at 10, you know, so that can only start in January 2025 if they are approved for 1 whole year study and presentation of the paperwork, because we don't want anybody to get hurt with alligators, crocodiles, snakes on these waters, right? Okay, piranhas, who knows, okay? So that's a fun day. Yes, they can have, you know, the villages close to the rivers, they can have. They go for 1 hour, come back for 1 hour, another group is ready to go. Okay, we can do all this. You know, the curtains. Curtains, we have to open them. Everyone getting up, they open them, right? And they're ready to go. Before they leave their apartment, if they are the desert, what they're gonna do? If the sun comes towards their apartment, you know, in the morning, and then they close a little bit. But when they get up, they open entirely, okay? Open everything, turn the lights on, take a shower, okay? They get ready, okay? But if the sun comes in the afternoon, you know, so in the morning they leave all the curtains open, and then they close in the afternoon. Make sense? All right. Can't be both. All right. And then if the sun comes in the morning, so let's make here, if the sun comes in the morning on this window, right? Okay, you leave a little bit open, not too much, you know, you leave a little bit open of those bedrooms, okay? For us to make sure that, you know, you're paying attention, but you leave you leave 20 centimeters open if the sun really hits that in the morning. If it's in the afternoon, and then you leave in the morning open and you close, you leave just a little bit open in the afternoon. All right, those the windows, not like that, a little straight, right? But we're also gonna hang windows differently. You know, you're gonna have curtains, you know, gonna have blinds, can be simple like that. For sure, they last for 20 years. Okay, blinds, we recycle them afterwards, okay? And we're gonna have curtains. So this week, every even apartment put their curtains like that. Everyone have a hook, a little lace, you know, just flip them on the hook. Every odd apartment, leave them straight. So those codes we're gonna start doing just for people to pay attention until Sunday night. That's how you're gonna do. And if the sun comes here, what you gonna do? If the sun comes in the morning, what you gonna do? Leave the, we're gonna let you know, but leave the 20 centimeters in the morning or afternoon, but not both, whichever is the worst, okay? All right, you leave the 20 centimeters open, okay? Very good, and here also 20 centimeters open. All right, very good. And sometimes we're gonna tell you, but on Sunday or on Monday, whichever it is, don't leave the 20 centimeters open. You do exactly as asked, and you go and you do exactly as asked. This is for us to see that families are connected to the headquarters, because the headquarters can't see everyone in the whole planet. Makes sense? So we're gonna ask the department directors, people are checking the cameras, and neighbors, your own neighbors, yourself, you're gonna check others gonna check you, if people are paying attention. And then, yes, 100% of the apartments did, the families did what you asked, whichever it is. 100%, you know, came to this extra meeting, 10 minutes meeting. You know, 100% of the parents, or 100% of the grandparents. You see? So for us to be ready, you know, or even songs in the morning, everyone line up, and sometimes everyone gonna make a circle, you know, in the morning, hold hands, do a prayer, and sometimes everyone line up, class by class, one beside each other. So we're gonna have different ways, right, to make sure people are paying attention on instructions from the headquarters, not from someone else in another place, you know, giving wrong instructions. Make sense? All right, so we have to pay attention. That is the way the headquarters is gonna check, because what? People from your village, those 10 department directors, they're really responsible. They're gonna have about 140 families they have to check up. Okay, so this is 10 couples, and then every 10 villages come another 10 couples, every 50 villages another, you see what I mean? But then how are we gonna have an answer from everybody? 100% did what you asked, 100% did, 100%. We sang this song on this day, you know, simple things like that. Tomorrow you sing this song before the prayer. Tomorrow you sing this song after the prayer. You see, simple things, you know, but that's how we're gonna do. 100, the reports, how the report's gonna be, you know. And then that's how it's gonna be. Thousands of people, 100% did what you're talking about, what you asked. Okay, my friends, what else? This already talked a lot, right? Every 5 kilometers. And then we live about, if we live 500 meters, for what was this? I don't remember now. No, we don't. We just keep putting the posts. I don't remember what I did that, but the villages are gonna be exactly one beside each other, like small farms, you know. The post is good for 2 of them. The only exception is it's, you know, if it's a small river, yeah, if a mountain range. Okay, and then you give this property a little bigger because they lost a lot of space here, see? If it's a mountain range going that way, okay? But it's one post. Yeah, we don't have nothing between 500 meters. No 500 meters. We have the post right there. And it's good for 2 villages. And keep going, all right? Okay, because then after we're going to do the colors. Okay, let's see here very quick. I already talked food, hotel, high school, middle school, what they're going to do, how they're going to help. I already talked about these drawings. We're going to start putting them in curtains and toys and, you know, and we're going to do plays, presentations. So everything here already explained. List of the classroom needs. So you go out. I've already told today, the video today, what to bring, right? All the basics details, you go online. You go to any store that sells toys, you're gonna buy a few things. How you gonna start? Here's the infant class, kindergarten class, and then here's elementary classes. I think one for each, one for elementary, one for middle school, one for high school, okay? But you don't have to send books. Older ones, they don't need anything anymore. They are going to make their own flashcards as soon as the website is ready. They print, and we're gonna laminate. The people by the airport's gonna laminate and send them ready, okay? What you need is just little, what's very useful is sandbags, balls, right? Chess, they can bring. We're gonna change used chess, not new, because you know, used chess. They can start playing with these table games if they are in English or no names at all. Like chess is okay, we're just gonna change some figures, right? Some names, all right, because I don't know if I'm gonna keep them all. I have to evaluate that. But the other table games that has no words or only in English, positive ones. You have to have good sense what is positive, okay? But for the infants, I already said everything we need. Kindergarten classes based on Waldorf. All of them is based on Waldorf. All of them need maths for nap. The infants have crib. Infants until 1 year old, they have cribs. When they turn 1 to 2 and 3, then they have mats, folding mats with very thick plastic around them. So this is done. And for all these older kids here, you know, you just need to send tables, folding tables and folding chairs. Nothing else. Nothing else. Oh, how you call that game now? Dominoes. Dominoes, you know. That's it, just a very few, 2 or so, but many sandbags. A little circle, some a little rectangle, soft, right? Sand, no beans inside or lentils, anything like that. Done, that's it, that's what they need, okay? And notebooks, lots of notebooks exactly like this, all right? So they are here, about 20, 26, 28. Let's do 28. If you're making new ones, 28 by 20, okay? They're larger, okay? 20 on this line, on this punch thing here, okay? You see this punch here? Not all the way here. On this thing here, 20. Very good, okay? All right, so that's our classroom needs, you know. So what we need the most is folding tables and folding chairs, because they're gonna use the classrooms for everything. Study time, playing time, they're gonna stay right there. You know, it's not many other rooms, and they actually play at the cafeteria to start with. They don't even have their own classes, okay? On the future, yes, and then you can send, you know, from September on, you can send details. Is the sewing kit, is the beads, you know, colored beads to put inside needles without point for kindergarten, first grade. Kits for crochet, tricot, right? All these things, Waldorf things. And then they have their masonry, right? We're gonna send some logs for them, just for them to practice, you see? And carpentry, masonry, and carving, right? Carpentry. So one is more for carving, the other one is more for furniture and things. So two different classes. All right, basically it's that, we're gonna have those, and on a more future, even we can do baseball, not as done today, with a little improvement. We're gonna have straight baseballs, and we're gonna have a courtyard volleyball, regular balls is good, regular firm rubber balls, colorful. Okay, all right. So windows during the day, that is a situation, because I said, get up and open the windows. We are not open the windows, because places in demolition site, they're gonna have a lot of dust, the scent of continents. And people at the desert, they have some sand, they have too much heat coming in. So just do what's reasonable. It's cool. You see the cool air. So at the desert, it's cool. Open a little bit, okay? But if you don't know if somebody gonna throw something, you're close to the city, close, leave it closed, no problem. When you come home, you are there and then you open. But if you have any question, you close that window. They're open. The windows are like that. They slide windows, sideways. They're not like this one. This window here, it open up and down. That's not good. They need more frames on the side. We're gonna do sliding small windows, okay? And they also need the oil here once a year. Okay, if you have any question, you're not 100% sure, lock that window. Very simple. All the windows of your apartment. So nobody gonna send from far away elastic, with a burning thing to burn your apartment. Lock the windows, okay? Lock the windows. Open when you arrive, or turn the AC on or the heater on when you arrive, because some deserts, I said, they're hot. Okay, so that's mandatory. You leave your apartment, you lock the windows. You lock the windows. People are not used to that. I was not used to that. I always like to open, okay? All right, lock the windows. If you have a porch or not, if you have a mosquito net or not, because mosquito net is one thing. Things with burning, something burning, some sand on a string, these elastic things, So that's different. Lock your windows and lock your porch. Okay, you lock. You need to lock. Close is one thing. Lock is another. You lock. All right? Close and lock. Your porch need to work. You need the proper key for your porch. You lock. Why? Because you don't want to be worried that kid's gonna get up in the middle of the night and go to the porch. Right? So it's locked. Okay? You don't want that. No, and so you avoid problems, because people maybe in the center of the continent have some porches from their living room. They're not a desert. They have from the living room. You don't want anybody to do anything at the porch or sit there. You lock your porch. Great? Okay, very good. So you lock. You always keep the key with the female, the mother of the house, on her brassiere, with a ribbon. It's easy to take out, it's easy to put back. All right, very good. Okay, so that's mandatory. Anywhere in the planet, you lock your doors, of course, and you lock your windows and porches. If you have a back door in your house, you lock entirely, stop using, okay? You put a big bar there, so we know you're good. If previous residents have the key or something, you have this big bar there, metal bar. A metal bar, you put a hook here, hook there, metal bar right there, okay? All right? And people, you lock it well. You can also put a hook here. Yeah, that's better. Hook here, not a long one, is not needed. put this straight hook, not the hotel hook, but a straight hook here, a straight hook there, with a lock. You know those lock that you really put an extra. Don't trust the key, because anybody can open a key, right? Even these key openers, that's how they go there and open. But a lock, a straight, this metal strong straight ones that slide over, and then you buy this lock and you put on this lock. So one is the metal, you see here, one is the metal that you're gonna slide in. The other one, you put this, you know, usually they're gold, and like this shape here is gold, right? Here usually is silver color, and then you click in, and the key comes here on the bottom. You see this type of lock I'm talking about? Okay, and you're gonna put this lock on the top of this metal thing. One on the top, one on the bottom. Done. You do not trust just this key, all right? So you're safe, because we don't want people that open locks to do anything. All right, let's see what else we have here. So list of food, I'm gonna do this tomorrow because it's not ready for everyone to have food for the following 2 years. Now, Sahara Desert, you can have from 30 to 50 degrees difference in the same day. It's amazing, but everyone gonna be fine. We can only have succulents. I think we can do like a little bit in the top of a table outside, right? Maybe one table. So you can have maximum of 2 planters, right? 2 planters at outside table. Okay, why? We don't want succulents on the floor, so snakes won't hide in there, right? Because the succulents, you know, in the middle of the desert, they might be beautiful, but we don't want the animals to hide there. We don't want scorpions. Everything needs to be clean and neat. We can't have dry leaves close by, you know, to any pathway. We can't, you know, so to be clean. But they're beautiful, they last long, so instead of putting flowers, we can have 2, we can have 4, maximum 4. So the restaurant can have 1, this picnic table by the pool another, 4. On the top of tables, just planters. Planters are very small. They can be long, 40 by 20. And very shallow. They're like about 5 centimeters shallow. Okay, so here they are 40 by 20 centimeters, and they are 5 centimeters tall only. Very shallow, because you know they're pretty, they're beautiful. Of course, not the very tall ones, need to be the smaller piece, but that is the table arrangement. Instead of putting flowers, you know, that's gonna be pretty, and for sure they last, is easy to take care. Okay, all right. The other thing is that by the path, so we go to work, right, to those areas where we have this big irrigation and a resting area at the center. You see here. So this irrigation, so here's the pedestrian sidewalk, you know, and here's the hotel, for example, right? Okay, so we start planting, and here you need to do a different pattern, right? So you leave here the same way, but then you do this way, for example, right? You cannot just do one in the middle and use for both sides, because then we know this group is going to this side, and this group you cannot have one in the middle. It's 2 completely separate work areas. You see here? So this is another area here with a resting area at the center, because everyone working at these things, they're about 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer long, you know, so those things are 1 kilometer diameter. You see, each one is 1 kilometer diameter. That's what I saw online. I don't know if that's true, because they're huge. So people gonna push them. right? Pull, sorry, people gonna pull them as they walk, you know, so they're gonna have the stand and the water comes behind them, about 2 meters behind them, something like that, okay? All right, they're irrigation things. Come behind, but you can adjust. So first they're gonna come what? About a half meter tall, right? A half meter tall. And then next, when the plants are reaching that, and then they go to 1 meter tall, and people can still pulling them over, around and around, how many times is asked, right? And they keep going, keep going. Okay, so at every resting area, we have a tower, a mini tower here with a stair, right? A little stairs in wood, very well painted in yellow, because it's easy to see, no snakes, no spiders, right? Okay, and you're gonna see around. Animals, you know, they have a whistle, they have a horn, and they have codes. I told you about the codes yesterday, on the video yesterday I told you, you know, so they know if it's people that you don't know who they are, nomads, maybe you don't know about the organization, right? They might get somebody. You have to be prepared. We are not doing anything to practice. Make sure you pay attention. We are not doing anything. Animals are animals. We are not wearing clothes. You shoot them. You know, it's forbidden to wear Halloween clothes, pretend you're a bear, pretend you are a gorilla, pretend you are anything, a lion. Okay, it's forbidden. You know, if you see a wild animal, you shoot, you kill it. If you see a snake, you kill it. All right, it's forbidden. We are not testing anyone. Put that in your head. We are not testing anyone to see if you know how to do it, you pay attention. We are not doing that. Okay, so if you see an animal, it is really an animal. You kill it. All right, and you keep your people safe. So the couple that's gonna be here, one is right here on the top, right, with a shade, of course, a big umbrella there, right? So he has a chair, he's sitting there and he's looking all around. Okay, then he comes down to this rest area and the woman goes and he's here paying attention right there, looking the stairs, nobody gonna, and that woman with binoculars is looking. I think that's 4 meters tall, it's plenty. Okay, I think so, you know. The feet is 10 meters tall, but you need it, we do 5. But we just improve the stairs, just make a little more. If you do 2 here, no problem. You make 1 more and put more base here, no problem. Because all this we're gonna be made in wood. We're not putting cement. This is wood. Okay? All right. Everyone have that binoculars. Make a report. Nothing was seen. The person are sitting, but look all around, and then look the back all around. Okay, and then look all the front, look all the back. You know, looking and moving. So I think the best way would be to have like a round seat. So the post is on the middle, so the person can sit a little bit here, and keeps moving. Or, yeah, I think we're gonna improve that. The man already looks one side, and the woman already looks the other side. They have a point where they encounter, right? Okay, they look and back, and every 30 minutes or so they change, you know. On the beginning, gonna be another couple coming there because they need to rest, gonna be burning hot. So they can wet their hair. Every break time, wet your hair. Put your head under the cool water. Everyone gonna have the cool water on AC. On the top of these things, what we have an air conditioning with the water tank there. So always, everywhere, we're gonna have the water tank from in ground and the water tank from the roof. with air conditioning. So if one is hot, the other is cold. If one is hot, the other is cold. Make sense? Okay, because some deserts freezing at night, but during the day it's burning hot. So they're always gonna have two options. Put your head on the coolest, not the cold, no, not the cold. I didn't say cold water, cool water, whichever it is cool, or you adjust the tap. You know, you have two options. Goodness, one of them needs to work. Drink lots of water. So every hour come another couple here on the top. So that's how we're gonna have one sit towards one way, one sit towards the other way. It's no mistakes. So they're not going to be round. They're going to be like this. And then they have, you know, the beach here in Florida, they have a deck around. We're going to have exact that deck. And right here on this line, we're going to have a painted. We're going to paint the line. You know, this line and this line we're going to paint. Okay, they go, come back, go, come back. And we put a little number there. So they're going to record their cell phone and binoculars, cell phone, binoculars, cell phone, binoculars. Done. They finish their work, they bring their things inside, the other couple is ready to go. And when they're waiting here 1 hour, they're going to plant and, you know, they have a cart. Okay, and then they bring all their trays, because this is a small room. We don't have too much space. There is a picnic table for people to eat, sit, study, plant, right? Okay, so that's how they're gonna do. And then lunchtime, they can stay there if it's reasonable, or they go to the hotel, right? No, they're not staying there, because we're gonna have 4 hours break. Elders gonna have 4 hours break at lunchtime, and adults gonna have 2 hours break. Everyone go home, take a shower and nap, rest, okay? They rest their body, they cool down. I think that's the best, because some place gonna be freezing, so they have to warm up anyways, you know, but that's for hot deserts. These patterns for hot deserts. Cold deserts have another pattern. Cold deserts, or even those deserts here during winter time, but cold deserts, they start later. They don't start 6 a.m. They start at 8 to noon, right? And then they just keep going. 1, 2, 6, right? They have a break for their lunch, right? So they work 4 hours here and 4 hours there. Some people start at 1, some people start at 2. Make sense? Okay. Elders have 2 hours break still. All right, very good. We finish about that. So the other thing is forbidden to talk about names that, oh, this is permaculture, oh, this is syntropy, oh, this is that. No, we're not using any names. Everything is peace and love organization. We are not using that. Why? Because we are not planting fruits in a shade. Make no sense. Fruits, most of fruits there is in the planet, they need sun and fresh air, and they need good minerals at the soil. That's what they need, with rare exception. You know, nuts, a few nuts, they need the woods, but most of them, they need sun. That's what they need. So we're not doing that. And cut and trim. This we're gonna do anyways, you know, when trees are old, we need mulch. We're gonna do tilting, yes. Succulents, already talked about. What else? After placing rocks to stop water is mandatory. Okay, I don't remember what I was going to say here. But one thing I know, you know these small tractors that like mowers where people sit on it and some stand on it? We're going to have both. Some sit, some stand, that's fine. Make a movement, right? Okay. We are going to have 2 types. You're not saying mowers now. We don't need mowers. Mowers in the future, yes, we're going to need to mow beside the walkways, because we can't have bushes, we can't have grass. Make sure, because we don't want snakes to start coming to these areas. So they're completely clear. And it's forbidden to work outside the property, hotel, village at night. They start working 6 o'clock in the morning inside the cafeteria, inside. It's not outside the property. It's dark. They work inside the cafeteria. They eat. They put the tables on the side and start planting. They already leave the items ready the day before. They're not going outside when it's dark. Makes sense, right? Winter, we even have shorter days, even longer, okay? We're not staying outside at dark. And winter time, if it starts to get dark at 5, everyone is inside. They still have 1 hour of work. Work in what? Something. Figure out. Get the trays, plant the seeds, take care of the seeds. You can even work at the greenhouse, right? But not, the restaurant can be useful to plant during the week, because restaurant only open Saturday and Sunday at the desert villages, right? Because make no sense. Nobody gonna have time. Everybody gonna be exhausted, you know. And we're not opening for lunchtime. Desert restaurants, they are greenhouses during the week. So the people figure out before it gets dark. Always put your chickens safe and put the net on the top of the pond where the fish are, because we're getting adjusted. You're reproducing fish. You're gonna learn how the reproduce, the koi's, right? They need the environment. You put a net. You don't know. If you don't have the electric cord all around the hotel village, you put a net on the top of that pond, okay? You have low plants. You don't have tall plants. You have some low plants, okay? Very low, 10 centimeters, 20, no more. Not these very tall plants, okay? Outside the village, that's okay. You can plant the plants. Nobody gonna be swimming there, right? Because we're not going to get anyone hurt in our planet. We have to have proper rules and guidelines. Every pond, while you get adjusted, get these koi's adjusted and guppies, you put the net there, right? Okay, so you're sure nothing happens to them at night. And of course, for 4 weeks, you bring them in, bring them out, bring them in. So they get adjusted to the heat or to the cold, right? Okay, great. And some of them just put the heater. We have heaters in ponds. People buy heaters and put in ponds outside. They go to solar panels there, you know. We have the pump. For the ponds, we need, one is the pump, the other one is the heater. So you can just turn on, the same as pool. We are going to use our pools. We don't have much option, right, for these kids to play. Put the heat. If we put heats in pools, in the desert, we're going to do the same way. Put the heats on the top. Of course, they're going to have their little house machinery checkup, right? You know, but basically, our pools are very simple, you know, but they need a pump and they need a heat, right? And the kids can help to clean. You know, they have this day a week, and they go, some scrub, some put a fabric. Okay, you divide already the pool, you know. Okay, students, you're gonna do these stairs here. You're gonna do all this wall. You're gonna do all this bottom. You do this bottom, this bottom, this bottom. So they go and get the little goggles, right? They breathe, go clean a little bit, come back, clean a little bit, come back, right? You make us a game. Let's see who can do first and gonna get the points. And you write their points, of course. Everything, kids also gonna have their points. For games, for timetables, for everything. The organization, basic rules and guidelines for English, right? Great. Okay, the other thing is for the department director. So you are getting 10. I said you can bring your own family, your own friends, people that you know, that you trust, right? Okay, up to 40 families, right? Up to 40 families. Okay, all right, so you got to organize, you already approved that. The place where you used to live, okay, you are 40. Okay, Remember, after this 40, so you get an entire village for you somehow. So you already approved there. One different family for everyone. They already were approved this neighborhood that you live, if they're your neighbors, for example. Okay, all right, you're just waiting now for the organization to approve them, right? Okay, so but let's say you have 40 families there. But now to receive new people, you need different races, different colors of people, okay? All right, you have to remember that. Okay, and you're gonna need 10 for the village and 10 for the school. So you cannot have both, all right? So if you're doing 10 for the village, you know, you're gonna apply 10 for the village, you already have 10, they have all the requirements, you already did their presentations, they're great, they pass, such as if they were your neighbors, right? Okay, so that is fine, you got 10, right? Or 10 previous friends you have, whichever. But then you can't have your families at school because we don't want people to have monopoly of two important things. Make that in sense, right? So you have to see, or you get one or you get the other. You cannot have both from that your same friends, family and friends. Okay, so if you get this, you know, you go to a place that already have that, for example, because you need 8 weeks here as well for the second group. So we're gonna be really fair, right? The total is 140 families, all right? 7, yeah, about 68 apartments for each, more or less. All right, very good. We're gonna let you know if that's gonna improve. All right, so we're not using any machine like the Delfino plow machine. It makes no sense. We're gonna use big soil aerators, okay? This is used, I don't remember which country is using that. Excuse me, make no sense for that, right? We're going to use regular big aerators, such as those 5 meters long. The tractor go and already aerate the soil for 5 meters with good metal cuts, plates, metal plates. Okay, so when they go on these 5 meters here, you sending tractors to them, you're already gonna tell. This small tractor, these plates, yeah, that's how you're gonna say. Those plates, it's for rocks. They can handle some type of rocks. Other ones that's not so sharp, and then you're gonna tell. This one here can handle sand. They don't need to be that sharp. Make sense? Okay? Because afterwards, either or can mix the mulch that they're gonna produce, right? Mulch machine, every 2 gonna have 1 mulch machine. They put the log and turn them into mulch. Bring the log. It's forbidden to drop off ready mulch. Make no sense, okay? From their neighborhood, they can have soil, right? That is really not from landfills, not with trash. It's from the rocks that they carve. We, the new people, are bringing from close by mountains and places, okay? But for people sending tractors, those mini tractors, they already have to say it is for rocks or it is for loosened sand. That's the words we're gonna use, okay, for tilting. All right, for plowing, right? Okay, we are not going to have the big axe. You know this big axe like this that cut like that? We are not going to have. You know, it makes no sense. We don't want anybody to get cut. You know, it's no need. On the future, we're gonna have lawn mowers. They're gonna mow all around the trees and keep going. The only thing, they're gonna take care of these roots. That's all, you know, but they have to mow. What you gonna do? All right, They're coming, the machine is coming that direction. They cover all of them and start painting or something, okay? They know where they are. All right, so people gonna mow every 2 weeks. They mow because we need rain every single night. Remember, every single night we need rain. You know, from 9 to 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's do 5. Nobody gonna leave home before 5. So it's 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? Great. Breakfast, people prepare the breakfast the day before, right? People can send bread with slices. They can send buns. They can send lunch meat. You know, it's easy. People put a salad in it and put a tomato. People already have their breakfast with protein. Okay, so bread from bakeries are authorized until the end of December 2023 if they are already sliced for people to make sandwich. And lunch sandwich meat like deli, they're also authorized to make and send until the end of 2023 anywhere in the planet. Okay, so we can start helping these people to have quick breakfast in the morning. They already leave everything organized the day before, so many people can eat at once. And adults and students can eat soon after. The parents go to work, you know, so we can have 2 groups of parents eating, right? 5 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6. The kids are beside them, right? I don't know. Yeah, we're not giving cereal to kids because no protein there. We need eggs, all right? I think the best, yeah, they already have their family there, right? Okay, so those that parents already sitting there, they already eat there. And the other ones, I know what. People that are going to the field far away afterwards, right? As soon as they're possible, or even gonna work outside, they are going to eat from 5 to 5:30 and 5:30 to 6. Okay? All right, makes sense? Great. All right, so, and we have a lot of light outside. We're gonna have plenty of solar panels outside the hotel village, inside the hotel village, light all over. We're gonna have day, night, sorry, not day, of course, evening and dawn, you know, we have those lights everywhere, okay? And if you are in a place with too many snakes, we are going to have electric wires on the top of those walls we're gonna build. Walls gonna need to be really strong. In the middle, you can put clay, no problem. In the middle of the wall, but sideways and on the top need to be proper cement. Makes sense? Because we need rain. We don't want those walls to start breaking apart. Okay? So as a volume, you can put hay, you can put straw, you know, these natural things you can put, that's fine. And, you know, and you need the classes as well, because some animals like fire ants is really not good. Goodness, they hurt. Okay, the other thing is for bees. African bees, forbidden. If you see any, you have to kill right away. You get a plastic bag, you know, and already cover them, and you tie really well, and then you follow instructions from put in a freezer. Next day, you know, keep it there, 5-10 days. In 2 days, all of them die, okay? Do not open in 2 days. Keep them there for 4. African bees, forbidden to keep, to sell, to reproduce African bees for any reasons. They came from Africa, they are not friendly, they went to Brazil, now they are all the way, they already passed all the countries on Central America, they are already United States, African bees. They hurt, they are mean, and they are not needed for anybody, okay? So it's forbidden to send African bees to reproduce, to keep, to do anything with it. And if you know it's one is aggressive, you already know it's African bees. That's how we're gonna call every bee that is aggressive. Already gonna call African bees. The bees that are friendly, because this is already used for decades, it's called European bees. And the ones that we can send to deserts, it is called Italian bees, because they're friendly, they are approved, they are people that are organized. Go look online. That's how they're saying, Italian bees. So you know the genetics. So because we don't want to send bees to hurt people, it makes no sense. Okay? So friendly bees is friendly bees, aggressive bees, aggressive bees. Okay? We don't have mixture of them. If you have something that's between or friendly only to you, you don't trust to bring to your own children's school, you can't trust to bring to our desert villages. Make sense? Okay, because some beekeepers, they are friendly only to them. It's like people that raise dogs or other animals, right? They're friendly to them. What about, do you have courage to send that bees to your preschool kid, the preschool of your own son and daughter, or not? Okay, so that's how it is. Friendly bees are called Italian bees. That's the one we're going to be able to send only, all right? That we are sure that they're safe, not going to hurt anybody. All right, very good. And so I already talked about this. So the top of those walls need to have cement, thick cement, 10 centimeters tall. So you can make it straw, a mixture with clay, whichever you have in your neighborhood there, in your city. That's fine, you know, to make this inner mixture. But the walls on both sides, the right is to make them in proper bricks. That's another way, you know, and they need to be firm, they need to be strong. Someone punch, you know, they don't fall, right? It's a regular wall, okay? All right. And if needed, make them with bricks, the clay bricks, small bricks, larger bricks, whichever it is. They need metal frame, they need everything like any other wall. Okay, they need to be able, if needed on a future, to put electric wires. They need to be able. They have this 10, so they need to be 20, 25. Let's do 20, yeah, 20 is good. 20 centimeters. Let me try here. 20 centimeters wall. Let's do 25. They need to be at least 25 centimeters thick. All right? I think that's reasonable, okay? And places that have moving dunes, what you have to do? Moving dunes, what you have to do? They need concrete walls all around, so they're really protected, okay? All right? And I think that's good. All right, very good. And of course, those 2 tents for restaurant, for the greenhouse, just for a few days. Okay, they cannot be above those 2 meters, because if any, and they need to be really on a corner, really protected, with a lot of bricks all around. All right, let's go quick here. Anything else? We're not going to have eggs. We're going to have mowers on the future. In 2 years or so, we start sending the mowers. So you can send tractors, you can send trucks on railroads and highway. We will water both sides. You know, the trucks go, come back. Bring water, go, come back. You know, we just plant. If it's railroad or if it's highway, you know, they plant, and the water trucks, they go, come back, go, come back. Lunchtime, nobody go anywhere. They're filling up their trucks, right? Middle morning break, afternoon break, they're filling up the trucks. They keep going, 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 all right? those trucks are like fire station trucks or any other you have. Some cities, they have proper watering trucks, but either one works, okay? And we can make some more because that's really important, you know, they can make. And eventually they can go to cities as well, the villages. So they come here, visit a village and keep going, visit another village. They do that route, go on a street, visit that route, go visit that route, whichever the route it is for every village, they can help. And then eventually every 4 or so they stop to fill up, right? Every 4, every 2, you know, maybe every 1, you know, while the person is cooling down at this one of these rest rooms, the driver and the spouse is cooling down, the truck is right there filling up the water, because every rest area, they have their own water well, right? They have their own water well. Okay, they have to rest anyways, right? So they work 2 hours, rest. They work 2 hours, rest. While they rest, you know, every other village, for example, they have to fill up their truck. That's fine. And never going to be empty. Very good? Okay. All right. So what else we have to say? So for shrimps, for crabs, we're gonna tell you, you know, if we're gonna plant them or not, or how, you know, because crabs is not needed. It's such a thing, you know, hard to cook, how to clean, and it's not needed. Fish is much easier. Cut the belly, take the things out, you know, take the head off, and done. Okay. All right, we're just gonna have a smasher, bone smasher for fish and for chickens, you know, all these things. And you smash and put on the sun. You have a place to put, and then I'm gonna tell you which plants can have them, such as the property line. You see all those palms really on a property line. I think it's a good location to put, because nobody gonna be there, you know, for the fish, because fish is kind of a thorn, right? Okay, so for fish is separate. Fish is separate because those bones, you know, some bones are sharp. Okay, even they are dry, they take time to decompose. Okay, so here's the hotel village, right? Here's the hotel. All right, make holes. Let me think, towards this side, north. Make hole and dig them. 1 meter hole, right? Can be even close here, because no plants, we can't put plants here anyways. So one is called fish, you write on a wall fish. One is for chicken, you write on a wall chicken bones, fish bones, both of them on the north side of the property, because everyone here in the east have the gate. Done. Fish bones, okay? All right. You keep once a week, always on the same day, you bring out. Where those fish gonna stay? Those bones, fish and chicken bones, right? The chicken bones you need to smash. Every property gonna have a piece of, like a box of concrete and a plate, you know, a flat plate, and boom, smash with a sides here. Boom, smash, like a pillar. Boom, boom, boom. To smash. Maybe we smash both of them. But anyways, gonna give you details afterwards. But this one is for fish. The first one is for fish, and this one is for chicken bones. Okay? The chicken bones, eventually we're gonna smash and use it, right? If it's really powdery. Okay, let's see what else. So people can bring logs, but their own, from their own city, of course, they can bring soil, good soil. From mountains, never ever from landfills, from our mountains, okay? So it's forbidden to send, to bring sawdust, you know, the carpentry dust, because we don't know if they have bad things or not. People use themselves, right, at their own house, at their own city. Okay, if we send good things. Soil can only come from these places, okay? If they come in rocks, it's no problem. Send the rocks to the village, and the village gonna smash them, boom, 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 and turn them into powder to distribute at their plants, their food area. Right here in front of the hotel is the food area. So just bring, they're gonna make the piles outside, no problem. Rocks, no, rocks inside. Yeah, rocks always inside the property because you don't want scorpions to go inside the rocks. Make sense? So rocks, you open the gate, the truck comes and dump, make the pile somewhere, right? If you make in the apartments here, so these things go on the other side. Make sense? Okay, and the other way around. All right, very good. So those are the basic. So if the rock is already soil type, okay, so they can already drop them off at this food area. What's the first place to put the mulch that you're gonna grind, you're gonna make yourself at the food area? That's the first place, right? Okay, don't bring inside yet. Why? Because you're looking at sand. Keep the sand there. You see that snow snake there. You see snow scorpions there. Have to be smart. Close the gate quick. You see what's going on. Oh, the rocks, and if something come on the rocks, you keep looking, because when they dump it, no. Keep the rocks outside, because you're going to smash the rocks outside, and just be careful when you deal with it. Because if it's one on another, ready on a truck, you don't know. No rocks ever inside. Inside, nothing. No sand, no mulch. You leave the carpet with the clear sand around the carpet. You see. And every week, you shake those carpets. You see something under it or not. Okay? Very good. So the first mulch go to this area here, the food area and the property line. It's very easy to do that, because here the truck comes, water, your mulch, right? Water, they just follow these huge posts, because the first company put these two. The second company put those in the back, because we need to get these two going as soon as possible, all the 100 kilometers, right? So one company only do these two huge posts. The other group, the other team come and do, maybe it's even the same team on the following week, come and put those two on the back. All right? Okay? So I forgot the flag. Oh, I forgot the flag. Because I said they slide this little thing, right? They slide this little thing on the top, but I forgot the flag. I made a place for the drone to rest. No, the drone don't need rest, my friend. So let's put here on this side, come here. Here's the post. You put the little flag right here. You see this stand for regular flag that you screw in it, and the flag it's hung like that, down. Yes, because this flag gonna stay there for a long time. This flag is 2 meters down, remember? And then this side for the other property is another color, also 2 meters down. They're big flags. Yeah. Keep this there, because if we need, the drone, we're gonna see the drone is right there, not to rest, but to record that name and number. Yes. All right. So here's always one color, the color of this village, and this is another color, the color of this village. And this is right there in the center. So we have 2 pillars on the front, 2 pillars on the back, and we're doing great. All right? Okay, so the truck, come, and go around the post. Come, go around the post. Come, go, keep going. And then eventually gonna already be like that. Here. Okay, whichever they start, they go the way, come back. And then they go the way, come back. right? They're gonna repeat sometimes, but it's okay. And then they repeat, go, come back. I think circle, always circle, yeah. Always clockwise. So they come, finish. Again, go, 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 finish. Right? Because that's the only way. And then they stop, lift, come. No. I think, yeah, because, let's try again. They come here, go, 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 clockwise and stop, right? Okay. They stop. All right, they drive until the base. No, they just keep, yeah. They drive until the next post, go, 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 yeah, and stop. They drive without water until here, go, 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 and so this part gonna have twice, no problem. We need water anyways, okay? The rest gonna have water once. This gonna have twice because that's the way. But needs to be right on the line, to prepare the soil as soon as possible to start receiving the trees. And when the trees arrive, and then you need a different water, you need the water with that hose, that huge hose, then you don't, because some trucks, they drip water on the back, So here's the truck, they drip water on the back. You see those, they have the sprinkler right here, to come down the whichever they are having. Those are good for roads and things. They drip, they have the sprinkler right there, okay? So in the beginning, those trucks work. They go, they keep going, right? Always come back to their base. Their base is here, on the east side, more or less, right? Because the villages are kind of more or less, right? Okay? All right, they go, come back. And then without water, they go, come back. Because they don't want to go, come back. Yeah, they can. If they have a lot of water, it's fine. If they don't, they don't, okay? All right, that is reasonable. And then they rest. Every place is going to have what? 4 resting area and the hotel. They do not go inside the hotel. They don't, okay? It's no need because they're passing here, so they can stop here, right? Or here, makes sense? They don't go inside the hotel to bother people. There's other people. So, they bring water. We're going to start planting on the back, right? That's where we're going to start planting. Yes, the most protected, here's the first place, because we already have this wall against the wind. That is the first place we're going to plant. Oh, no, I said this before, right? Yes, here. But here's the road. Here's 1 and 2. 3 and 4. So we have the pattern. 3 and that's 1. That's okay. And here's the house, the bus stop, right? I'm exaggerating, but here's the bus stop with this little loop, right? A driveway, a round driveway, okay? All right, very good. So we get the number 1. They have some protection here, and as soon as possible, we're gonna plant those. Of course, this middle here where we drive is right here is a road here, okay? Nossa. Okay, so the other thing, every place need to people before they approve, they need to pass this test of venomous animals and poisonous plants and cactuses, all this. It's called the land recognition. Land recognition. Okay, every day, these 4 first vans, these 4 first families that stop there, right? Maybe they're all this side, maybe they're all that side, or maybe they're like this. If they don't have anybody scheduled to come, what they're gonna focus? Land recognition. 2 families go, and 2 families stay. all right? No problem, okay? You don't let anybody come in if they don't have proper paperwork. You received ahead of time, you know? You need to have, until we have internet, you need to have emails printed only from the airport. Because we don't want anybody that we don't know. Oh, I brought you this, I brought you that. Oh, welcome. No, no welcome. You're not expecting anyone. You're not opening the door to anyone, right? And we are going to have at the door, we're going to have the speaker. You know that speaker? By the gate. We're going to have a speaker with a camera. The person needs to look right there and look at the camera and the speaker. You don't open the gate. You don't know who it is. You have a room built afterwards here and a little door. Okay, so it's always a couple here. Maybe a little counter or something. It's always they're expecting something. They're ready, sit there and wait, right? And they don't know you're right there. Okay? Or maybe you're the restaurant. I think you're right here, this room, because people get in, people get out. You're checking them. It's always a couple here. It's a bench and a counter, I guess, so they can sit behind the counter. It's a counter, don't need a desk. Just a counter for their clipboards, right? Their cell phone. Okay, they're expecting someone. They are right here. They're not expecting. They're doing something else in a hotel village. Do not open the door to anybody if you don't have that email until we have proper internet. And then you're going to receive your emails yourself. But until you have proper approved internet, you know, that is checked with letters from the airport, you know, from two different teams, right? One from the airport, one from the school, that internet is safe. Is the headquarters saying that the whole route it's safe, and then you go online and you open. You don't open internet before that announcement, because we don't want people on a highway that know about this work, you know, to get their truck put somewhere and offer Wi-Fi to you with a fake code, like a public code. And then they get you. They go inside your cell phone, you don't even know, right? Okay? We know this work, right? So we have to be careful. We can only use our own, and every time you put the password in your cell phone, what you do? You lean your body forward, you cover with your hand, the other hand, and then you punch the number, okay? Every even month, we're gonna change our password, okay? They're gonna be very simple. They can be a birthday of someone in your family. They can be the age of somebody from your family. Easy, something easy, okay? But strangers won't know. With time, people of your own community gonna know birthdays, but then you figure out something else, right? You get create another number, you know? Or not the birthday, maybe just the day someone of your family was born, but flipped, the days flipped, or the years flipped, or the month is flipped. You know, so with time, you're going to create other numbers, but the main thing is to don't forget them. Every even month for people to practice, to learn other names. So they learn how to put passwords. Okay, and then you learning. When is the moment that you're gonna do the final password at your school, and then you cover. You cover all the time. You cover to practice. You cover with your hand, and you cover with your body a little bit. And everyone gonna have a, let me see here the size. Everyone gonna have a 20 by 20 cardboard. You know, from cameras from the ceiling, to hide from cameras from the ceiling, because passwords, important. Nobody get in your cell phone. All right? Okay, very good. So I was saying here, people gonna stay, right? Wait, you always 5 or 10 minutes ahead. You wait, you're already expecting someone to come on this road. And this road here don't have any trees planted there, right? On this line, okay, they don't have. And then the little Bus stop, they need some room, so maybe 10 meters, 10 meters from this railroad, so you can make this loop. Yeah, 10 meters. 10 meters from the railroad or from the highway, whichever you have, okay? All right, very good. So you make the stops. The trains sometimes gonna make bigger deliveries to every 10 or every 20, and then they share when it's small things. But if depends what it is, they stop at each one, in the morning, then they stop to other ones in the afternoon, okay? All right, my friends, so the land recognition you need to do right away, as soon as you have time, okay? And of course, as soon as you become 10 departments. But even in the first few days, don't know the names, you're not an expert on that, you're gonna be an expert in something else, no problem, take pictures. Take pictures. People gonna be there only when they have their hotel village and those two gates, right? The pedestrian gate and the longer truck gate, right? So you have the 4 vans there, right? Or 4 buses, whichever it is. Okay, so you live in there because they already have those 4 walls made one way or another. Someone did. You have this locked, okay, and then you're safe. You have your food, you have your water. 2 of these buses have a toilet. These mini showers that you can put the stand outside, or maybe the shower is inside. They're called 2-minute shower. You don't wash your hair until you have the water well there. Make sense? You don't wash your hair, all right? And you have enough, always have the full tank, that you can go to the village, fill up your water, clean up your toilets, and then bring back until, you're ready there. You don't want strangers to be there. Someone already did that. If you are the 4 families that get these 4 buses or 4 vans, you go, you say, yes, we are here, we are ready. Maybe you're waiting at the hotel. Okay, you ready? So you're ready. You go. You don't want strangers to be living there. So you go. If the village 1 or 2 or 10 or 100, whichever the village, you're ready. The school and the airport know that you're ready to go. You're ready for couples. You trust each other. You're friends with each other. You're family with each other. You go. And other family members, other friends are coming soon. They still at their own city, but they're already organizing themselves. But maybe you are ready, so you go with 15 years old and older. You're not going here to vans if you have 8 or 9 years old. You wait at the hotel. This for families only 15 years old and older. Makes sense? I already said that one of the videos. But we're repeating a very few things because not everyone gonna see everything. All right, so here it is. You get this ready. You have these 4 vans. Always, always have enough fuel to go back to the city, dump your toilets and things, fill up with water, get new food, and come back. You never leave 4 families. 2 families go, 2 families stay. 2 families go, 2 families always stay. Or 3 stay. If it's safe, only 1 go. Go with the one that is most, it's not those expensive ones. Go with the simple one you have. But that works, of course, right? Because they're giving you 4, And if you don't trust, go with 2 and leave 2. All right? Okay. So you're safe there. You have the gate of those, you have the keys. You don't have snake, you don't have scorpion, you're safe. Now, let's talk about the highway. Never ever stop your car if you see a duck passing, if you see a bear, if you see slow, that slow animal, moth, forgot now. Anything, if you see a car stopping, asking for gasoline, asking for help, blood all over, you never ever stop. They can be traps. You have to pay attention. You go and you look. You open your eyes and look. If somebody put a piece of wood right in front of you, what you gonna do? All right? You go around and you go. You speed. You go to the city or you go to your village, you know, and you always have radio. Because if you're coming here fast, I'm coming, open the gate, and you give your code, okay? All right? And the radio should work about 200 meters distance. And you're not going to go around the city for party. No, you just dump the toilet, you get the food, you get the water, you come back. And then the other two go because they also need water, food, and dump the toilet. You don't wash your hair until you have a proper water well. If your family eats at the hotel, it's okay. Then you go take a shower at the hotel, quickly buy your food, maybe they already got for you, quickly get more gas, dump the toilets, and go back to the village. You have to do things fast, okay? Because you're safe. Never leave for the end of the day, no. And never leave in the night, in the morning. You cannot leave 6 o'clock in the morning, it's dark. You have to wait for the sunrise, and then you go quick and you come back quick. You see your family that's already there, the hotel, right? The family members that still just waiting for you. Yes, important. Make the video with them, 5 minutes, everything is fine. You go back as soon as possible. Don't wait for 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. No, you go and you come back. You get it done. All right? Very good. Just bring more food, you know, because it's good for you to learn about the city. Maybe you don't know too much. Have your GPS at the phone. Have your internet from the city. All these things you can have. If you're close to the city, up to 10, 20 kilometers, internet from the city needs to work. Okay, you can use it. But don't have your email open when you go to these places. Right? The hotel, don't have. You open and you close. You don't save the password. You know, don't leave open. All right? Okay? So all these details are important. And one of these people, cell phone, you have 8 cell phones here. 2 from the couples and 2 from the grandparents that live with them. So you have 4 trucks, so you have 8 cell phones. One of them is the one that's gonna download the videos. You can leave open on your phone, you know, the video with the YouTube. One of them, just one. Oh, the others, they don't have everything open. No need for that. Okay? All right. So if you see any animal crossing, oh, a bunch of wild pigs, right? A bunch of this, a bunch of that. Do not stop. You go around them, you know, you go slower or you go faster. You don't stop a car. Someone walking, ask for a ride. Never ever give a ride to anybody. Someone at your bus stop sitting, ask for a ride. No, you don't know them. You keep going. You move. You are strong and you move. And you already pray before you leave the house, a day before you leave the house. Okay? And you're gonna organize something that you don't have a proper pattern every week. That should be only 1 or 2 weeks. Okay? Because then they're gonna start, they have the water well, and then they're gonna start construction, and then it's easier. As soon as they make the first floor, you can already live there. It's safer, right? They have a proper bathroom, or maybe not. You keep the trailers until they have the second floor of apartment. That's up to you to decide these details. Because if you feel safe, if you feel comfortable, you put right your trucks right there by the wall, you're fine. You can see the whole hotel. Everything has sand. You see no snakes, you see that's no scorpions, no people, nothing. You have the control of everything. You're gonna start installing the cameras. You're gonna start working. Whichever arrive to you or whichever you already have to in your hands, you already start. The main thing is cameras. to the outside and inside. Outside's the first, right? So you know what's going on, animals or not, people or not, okay? Our main concern is animals, wild animals, or people dress up in animals, okay? All right, there's no bears walking in the middle of nowhere standing up. There's no gorillas standing up walking, right? It's not such a thing as friendly a lion doing nothing there, right? Okay, so you have to think, is that an animal or a person? Doesn't matter. You shoot, you kill. All right, doesn't matter. If you sees an animal, it's an animal, okay. If look like walking like people, doesn't matter. You shoot. You're not going to, oh, it look like a people. Maybe it's a Halloween somewhere. No, never a Halloween anywhere, okay? Very good. So you're smart, you're safe. Everyone is praying. People in a hotel, your friends are praying. And here, you do not exchange place with them. As soon as you decide these are the 4 families, you don't change with them. They still at the hotel. They can help with everything. They can purchase the food and give you the ticket, the receipt. They can purchase the cameras. They can purchase things to you. You put on your bus. You in charge of that bus or this big van. You in charge. You live in there. You in charge, okay? All right. Don't leave your kids with other families. Your kids are kids. Your teens are your teens. You go and come back. Elders, okay, if you really trust them, their friends or their family for many years, okay? All right, maybe it's your brother or sister, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, or your neighbors for many years. You trust them. You can leave the elders. That's okay, right? If they have work to do, of course, otherwise they go to the city so people can see them there. You're not living there, they have nothing to do. You bring them with you. Keep the elders with you. The whole family go or the whole family come back. Yeah, don't leave elders behind. The same way as your children, teens. They're yours, you take care. You drive, not the elders. You in charge of that truck. So never ever stop someone walking. Don't stop. You see a bunch of snake, don't stop. You keep going. You see a bunch of crabs crawling, crossing the road. You don't stop. Go over. But of course, if you see an elephant, make no sense. You go before or after the elephant. What the elephant's doing there? It's a real elephant, it's a fake elephant, or it's a lion sleeping in the middle of the road. You know, it's true. Some dogs, they sleep in the middle of the road because it's cooler or it's warmer. Yeah, in Brazil we have that. In rural areas, they sleep in the middle of the road. So, some dogs, it's true. Araguaiana. Yeah, where my mom lives. Okay, so you have to be smart. You honk, and then they should move. Okay, because you don't know. Somebody put an animal there that was shot with medication, sleepy. The animal is walking slowly. You know, oh, how beautiful. No, no beautiful. You move, you go. If they're very small, you pass on the top of them, no problem. You know, okay, never drive too fast, but also not too slow. You have everything locked, you're safe, you're fine. You go and you come back on the same day and you make a video. Your spouse on the side is making the video. The video gonna take what? For you to go and come back 1 hour, 2 hours. You know, the video keep going, because you get more points if you don't have stops on this video. You get to the hotel, you show the whole thing. You got the elevator, you got the pool, where people are waiting for you. You don't have to go all the way on the elevator, right? Right there by the pool, by the front desk, we're coming. You know, because sometimes might go 4 hours and come back 4 hours, right? But it's okay. In the future, gonna be a little more organized. But in the beginning, you leave. It's sunrise. Okay, you're ready to go. Ready to your shower. Ready ate something. Ready to go. Always eat protein in the morning. Always eat your eggs. You know. Boil your eggs. They last for many days on the refrigerator. You know, you trust these people. You know, you can go yourself. People are not here yet, that's fine. You know you are the supermarkets are, go supermarket, get your receipt and you're done, you're safe, okay? Buy your water, find out, before even you come here, already know where to fill up your water tank, where to get water to drink. They're two separate things in all these countries, right? Where to dump your toilet water, all right? And the shower water, of course, you can, and kitchen water, you can already start dumping right there at your hotel, you know, inside the walls, right? But the toilet, of course, need the proper place. You don't want to do this there right now, okay? But if it's good, no problem. You dig a hole, you know, in a further location where it's not the restaurant and it's not the greenhouse, these two places, you know, so you will dig a hole somewhere, you know, and that's the place you're gonna dump all the time. And then you cover up, you know, and make another hole on the side. So you can maybe twice a week, you dump up the toilet from these 4 buses. Okay, maybe you have 2 vans and 2 buses, you know, and you're gonna share shower, all right? But it's not for the families to be going inside other people's buses and talks. That's considered apartment. If you're gonna talk, you put a table outside. You're gonna eat together, have a meeting. Eat together? No, everybody eat themselves, cook themselves, is done. Unless you have 2 buses. If you have 2 buses and 2 vans, of course, the ones that have a kitchen, they cook. The ones that have a van clean up outside. Nossa, I'm working. That's my son, Salo. Oh my goodness, let me finish my work. Okay, the people that have a bus, they have the kitchen. Of course, they cook. The other, from a van, if in case you have 2 and 2, they clean up. They set up the table, they clean up, right? They do what is possible. So all the buses, they have here a little, one of the buses need to have a stand, right? With a little roof, you put outside the bus on the side, on a shaded area, of course, and you put this folding table there. Okay, you're gonna be working, you're gonna be studying, you're gonna be filling up your records book, and sometimes you need a meeting with everyone. Do not stay inside your bus the whole day. You need to get adjusted with this weather. 1 hour inside, 1 hour inside. And then with the days, you try if you can handle 2 hours and go inside, you know. And on winter, such as those deserts in Asia, you know, it's the same. It's freezing outside. 1 hour inside for warmth. 1 hour inside for warmth. And then you try 2, okay? And you don't stay inside all the time for your own family. You need this. You need to know more about them. You need to teach them. You need to start whichever is possible. The first thing is the cameras. If you have the wall, the property wall here that I showed you, the first thing is the cameras. Install the cameras to look outside your property. So this is the hotel. My pens are not even working anymore. Okay? All right. So start putting the cameras. Start installing them. So how are you going to do that? You need a ladder. You know, a ladder, you need the cameras themselves and a screwdriver and little things, okay? All right, very good. That's Salo Ferreira. We see you soon. Thank you.